Well, I have to give up some of my shinies this morning. Hello, stackers. Hoosier stacker coming at you from southern Indiana. Thanks for coming by and watching this video. Please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and share this video and this channel. I would appreciate it. So yes, I need to sell my shinies. Not all of it, fortunately, but thanks to COVID, my income was impacted, and even though I had a cash reserve, I apparently didn't have enough. Now that my reserve has been depleted, my only option now is to give up some precious metal, and it really stinks to do that. But it's also good that I got this available, so I'm not having to do something silly like taking out a payday loan, or taking out a loan shark loan, or tapping into my 401, or things that I have done in the past which I regret to this day, or that I regret today. So unfortunately, I would love to be able to offer this up to, for sale to people here in the community, but unfortunately, I don't have time to work with anyone this morning. I gotta get about $1,100 into the bank this morning. So I'm going to be getting a hold of my LCS after 10 o'clock here Eastern time, or see how much he wants of my shinies here to for $1,100 of fiat, so I can get it into the bank this morning. And yeah, if you can't tell, I'm a little depressed about doing this. So I don't like giving up my shinies. I thought my cash reserve would be enough, but it's not. So hindsight being 2020 there, I'm going to have at least twice as much cash reserve than I had originally, because that's basically what happened. The cash reserve I have was only about half the amount that I actually needed to cover Mrs. Hoosier's as well as my short paycheck. I guess I'm just having, I don't want to call it buyer's remorse, maybe seller's remorse. It's the same thing that Yankee Stacking always says. Don't, when it comes to your precious metals, some precious metals, maybe not all of it, but when it comes to your precious metals, date it, but don't marry it. So yeah, this isn't no fun, but again, I have it available to help. Post your comments in the thoughts below on what I have to do here, and suggestions for future needs like this, and perhaps my plight to sell some of my shinies this morning will educate someone in the future should they encounter similar situation as I'm encountering this morning. And the very first thing I can say in regards to all that is BYOB, be your own bank, and in today's world, trust no one. Be your own bank, get your cash reserve, keep as much money out of your checking account as possible, keep it physical, as you see right here in front of you here. They always say, you always hear on the news and stuff, you always want to try to keep 6 months worth of income out, handy. But that's a lot of cash to be holding in the house. But I wasn't anywhere near that, so I might have to, once I get things stabilized here financially, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, maybe in the next month, I just don't know at this point. Once I get things stabilized financially in our household, then obviously I'm gonna have to rebuild my cash reserve and focus on that for a little while, just to have that buffer, because my cash reserve is my buffer between my precious metals and life. To everyone out here that is trying to figure out how much cash reserve you need, well, there is no magic number. That's all based on what your lifestyle is, what your expenditures are, what your life is, and you have to be able to compensate accordingly. I had about half of what I really needed, but I knew I was short because I just had started my cash reserve. So I had about half of what I needed, probably more like a third of what I needed. I probably needed about 3 times more than I had in my cash reserve, and I just wasn't there yet. And as a result, I have to dip into my shinies here. So sad day for Hoosier Stacker, but anyway. And I lost my video, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video with just audio, and just remind everyone to keep a cash reserve that would be comfortable for you to have should you have a bad day, or if you get sick, as Mrs. Hoosier and I did last month, or you get laid off. Pray that never happens, and just have that buffer between life and your precious metals, and you'll be fine. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and we will talk to you soon. Until then, just keep stacking.